Hi there, my name is Callum, I work at Square Mile Systems, and in today's video we'll be going over the combo connector that we're now including in our Visio Utilities that we give out. I've pre-prepared this diagram, so against each connector I already have shape data, and that includes port information as well as cable ID, as well as VLAN on a few connections in here. This can be done with a spreadsheet or a database, and we cover that in our other videos. The first option I'm going to go over is labels. If you right-click our connector, you have two options here. The first is to change all labels, and in this case, this will change all the labels on the page to one of these values. So if I choose cable ID, it will take the cable ID I have in the shape data and present that on the connector. If I want to change that locally, I can right-click and we have the other option, change label, and this only changes the label on the connector you selected. So in this case, I'll select VLAN, and this will go against the page setting, so I can customize my connectors a bit more. The next setting I'll go over is port labels. You can see in the shape data window, I have port information. This connects to port G1003, and this connects to G1003 on the other card. If I show all ports, this works like our labels where you have a page setting and you have the option to change it locally on each connector. You can see we have all the ports displayed now, and it gets quite cluttered, which is why we'll go over our next option, which is the auto align all. If I click this, it will change the angle of all the labels. That includes the general labels as well as the port labels to the same angle as the line. You can see it's immediately a lot more legible. It still gets cluttered in some places, which is why on our labels we include this yellow dot, which lets you reposition where the connections should go, like so. And you can see at this stage, I've not typed in or had to add text boxes to anything. All these labels are connected to their connector. So if I were to take this label, if I were to take this connector and disconnect it, you'll see the labels will stick with the connector. So you don't have to move your connector and leave your text behind. I'll just undo that and reconnect it. We'll go to the next option for our connectors, and that's to create breaks in the line. You can see where I have this text. It gets a bit hard to read with the line going through the transparent text. So the next thing we have is text background. And it's easier to show this than to explain it, but it creates a break in the line where the text is. And this reduces the clutter, makes it a bit more visually appealing in some cases, but we've included that as an option, not a default, so you have the option to turn it on or off, like so. If I turn it back on again, you can see probably within the last minute or so, I've turned this diagram from just plain lines with no information to displaying quite a lot of data quite clearly and quite well. Thank you for watching.